Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Um, Click the notification bell so when I go live or I post, you guys will know. And yeah, you already know. You know what it is. Um, First of all, God bless everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's doing as good as could be. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? So recently I was looking through the internet. I forget what platform it was even on, but I made sure to take note of what it said. So it says 50 Cent has a point. So whoever this is agrees with them. Matter of fact, it's I Discover Stars. I believe it's on Facebook. So big, I'm just shouting them out because they're the people that I posted this. So when I read it, it intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? I won't just come to y'all with something that isn't interesting. That is something that just a famous person said. First of all, like 50 Cent, like he seems like a good dude, in my opinion. I think he's hard. You know what I'm saying? And I be around people and I know people that are like that, you know what I'm saying? And like that's just by nature, you know what I'm saying? I just think he don't take. I mean, it's hard to say because he's done stuff in the past that people would say ain't kosher, but we seen him grow up before our eyes. I've been watching 50 Cent for about 22 years, 24 years. His release of Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday in the club. It's been longer because he had made the song with the Mad Rapper, the How to Rob, and he had stuff even before that. I remember, if I'm correct, because I'm like really into it. So even like 25 years ago, I recall when he made the song with the Mad Rapper. I recall everything. So, but to make a long story short, I don't see 50. Like even though I know he looks like he got a side where he could be vicious, you know what I'm saying? But he also looks like he goes by a code, like he has an honor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I guess he looks at it like when he got beef with somebody, like he just gonna try to destroy you. Me, um, personally, I try to be even like right now, like you see me talking about somebody. I'll try to talk about them like in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I'm scared. It's because I know that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be respectful. You're supposed to be a good person. Don't listen to all these people talking about you soft if you respectful or you know what I'm saying? Even the youngins, man, they got love in them. Their parents be telling them the stuff, but when they with their homies and they don't know you, you know what I'm saying? And then they got the other teams they got beef with, so it's on site type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna jump right into it in a sense, but I like to do a little prologue before we get started. I hope y'all guys seen Glory Road. Directed and shot by Grade A Rivera. That's my man. That's my brother, bro. When I was homeless, he let me stay with him. I was homeless for like 3 months when my pops passed when I was like 19 years old. I was like 19 years old, and because I've been with my lady. I got with her when I was 24, And then I lived with A for like 3 years, 21. Yeah, I think my pops passed when I was like 19 years old. It's a shame that I don't know the exact date. I'm gonna find it out. And and that's hard for me to even admit to y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I love my pops. Like, I idolized him. There's no, it don't even matter. I didn't cry at his funeral. I cried after I broke down. But I always knew, like, not to force I felt like not to force tears. You know what I'm saying? So when they came naturally, they came naturally. But I wasn't gonna be all like mustering up tears, and you know what I'm saying? So, but Glory Road is like one of the, over the course of 20 years, I've given y'all like 15 videos. I should have given y'all way more. It was a money thing. My son got severe autism, laziness. You know, I went hard working another job while doing that, having to pay the rent and buying your own studio time ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the song, the jump off that I just made, that's on the homepage, serious, man. Listen to the words, bro. You know, um, I said a native New Yorker who resides up in Queens. I said I've been scraping up beans for an ends to a means. I said I'll be messing with fiends. That's true. There's few I could trust. There's betrayal and lust. I gotta make it. I must. I gotta push on. They be holding me back. They want me to slack. They want me living in a shack, or better yet, a cell, so they could watch me dwell. But they could go to hell. My story they'll tell. The story of the son of Marin Johnny Lowe, who let off a glow. And why nobody knows a conversation with my heart told me where to go, how a gangster flow. You gotta let them know, But man, go check out the video, bro, and check out the other videos too. Like, the rhymes are deep. You say what you want to say, you know. They definitely complicated enough. Dudes was listening to mumble rappers. So don't come to me with you're not complexed enough. You know what I'm saying? And don't come to me with they ain't no substance. That's the definite no. My whole thing is substance. My whole thing is not lying when I rhyme. You know what I'm saying? My thing is letting people know it's all right to be on some love shit, and at the same time, you don't gotta take shit from nobody. Somebody mess with you, punch them right in their face. You know what I'm saying? But that means if it's self defense. You know what I'm saying? Let me correct myself before I get demonetized. Yes, in self defense. You could be a good dude and you could still not take no shorts. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I've been through stuff in my life. There was a certain part of my life where I was out there, like, for real. And it was short lived. I would say, probably out there like that, probably for like 8 years. Yeah, maybe 9 years the most. And then my lady came and scooped me up and saved the day. And you could hear about that in Lisa Lopez, the music video I got. I talk about how not only did she snatch me up off the corner, she smacked the bottle out my hand. That's the exact line. I said, smacked the bottle out my hand and stood by her man. Said, I'm not giving up. I don't give up. And I got a little cousin that passed away from sipping, and he was like my brother. I got a song about that one too called The Fight. It's up there too. Check that out. So, but anyway, now we got to get into it. All right. So I Discover Stars posted a quote by 50 Cent. You could find them on Facebook. And they write, whoever wrote this, I don't know if there's multiple people as part of the channel. He writes, 50 has a point. He said, 50 says, and then it goes into the quote, my son Marquise is 27 and still asking for child support. I give him $10,800 a month, but he says it's not enough. Success cost me my relationship with Marquise. At 27, he should be ashamed to ask for child support. He thinks being 50 Cent's son means he doesn't have to work. I offered him to set up a business for him to earn 1 million a month, but he refused. He has an entitled mentality, thinking my money is his. Ashamed and all right, hold on, let me go back to that. He thinks my money is his. Somehow I got lost on the post. But anyway, it says let me see, check the other thing. All right. We're gonna have to skip it. I'm gonna read it one more time. My son Marquise is 27 and still asking for child support. I give him 10,800 monthly. He says it's not enough. Success cost me my relationship with Marquise. At 27, he should be ashamed to ask for child support. He thinks being 50 Cent's son means he doesn't have to work. I offered to set up a business for him to earn 1 million a month, but he refused. He has an entitled mentality, thinking my money is his. Ashamed and start working. No matter how rich you are, never let your kids feel like your money belongs to them. Moral lesson: some of us at 17, we hustled on our own. I have been working since I was 15 years old. Sorry, my son or not, I respect work. 50 Cent. Hashtag 50 Cent. All right. So, I ain't even gonna show you the screenshot. You know what I mean? It's not my content, it's somebody else's photos. And I know you could react to everything, but I just want to get everything done the right way. So I'm about to study those guidelines like the back of my hand, you know what I'm saying? And this way I'll know exactly what I could do, what I could share. I'm gonna take a copyright hit on a reaction video if I have to tomorrow or the day after, because I got like one or two videos that I gotta watch with you guys. It's you know what I mean? Like, first of all, I don't understand like why they don't make it where you could watch something on YouTube with the group or people, even if you paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they had a movie, a old school jump off, and I wanted to watch it and reminisce with the people that came in. They should let us do like some movie theater type stuff. You know, you know what I'm saying? I pay the $5 rental fee for the movie, and you let me and my team watch the movie. That's just a good idea. What y'all don't make enough money, YouTube and Google, like, and I'm offering to pay for the movie. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, let's say I put on Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever. That's not even one of my favorite movies, but I just named one. Or Back to the Future, another one that's not one of my favorites. I like stuff like Shawshank Redemption, Godfather, Casino, Goodfellas. And it don't gotta be gangster stuff, but some of the more interesting stories to me come from the hood movies. You know what I'm saying? Like New Jack City, isn't the greatest street movie ever. Get Rich or Die Trying ain't the best street movie ever, but they're good. At least I could sit through them no problem. And you could definitely see New Jack City as a cult classic. It's not a classic, it's a cult classic, meaning, for people who don't know what that means, it means that it has a following. There's nothing you can do about it. The critics can kill it. At the time that it came out, New York City was the M capital of the world. Well, not the world. I mean, of I was going to say of Earth, of the USA. And yeah, like I said, when New Jack City came out, I was 14 years old. I had just started running around crazy. Like, those were the times when I used to hold things and do things. So, but and I didn't know that, like, I was out there in a war zone. 2,100 M's in 1 year, bro. And that's my startup year out there in the streets. Then the next year, I'm 15 years old, and we broke the record. So year 14, we break. When I'm 14, they break the record in M's per year in New York at 2,000, I believe. And then the next year, when I'm 15, they break the record again with 21 M's, 2,100 M's. And then they said there's a debate between which year had the most M's, because there was a Valentine's Day, there was a brutal thing happened, I think, on Valentine's Day of the year after, and they were trying to attribute the murders to the year before, and but just it was bad at that time, you know what I'm saying? But like it's crazy how I jump from topic to topic. But like, let's say I wanted to watch Shawshank Redemption with y'all guys, or Casino, or Goodfellas, or like some, because they'll let you watch certain things, and you still got to read the guidelines to make sure you don't get hit with a. There's different kind of strikes. You could get a strike where you could still get monetized. I got a copyright jump off, and it's like, but it has no impact on your video, because I try to always like do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like taking other people's things. Even if I gotta use a little AI or whatever, it's still mine. Let me tell you something. For all you people out there that think AI is easy, it's nothing easy about it. It makes things easier. But guess what? If you work, let's say, right, and AI is getting things done faster, what do you think? They're gonna let you leave in 2 hours? Because you got 8 hours worth of work done in 2 hours because of AI, and you think they're gonna give you 8 hours pay for 2 hours work, or you think they're just gonna make you do that much more work because AI does everything faster? You're still gonna have an 8 hour work day. If I had some say so, I would be like, since the AI is covering extra work, we should give people a little more freedom, and cut their work day at least by an hour or two. I mean, between the 8 hour work day, lunch, the commute, getting dressed, the commute back, it's not fair. That's why that's why I go against the grain. That's why I tell you guys, like, I'm not, I probably, like I said, I'm gonna tell stories and stuff, but you're never gonna hear me lay out my street resume like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said too, I was fascinated on the come up, you know what I'm saying? And I discouraged children and young kids, teenagers. I discourage them. No matter how swaggy you find it, no matter how wavy you find it, you know, no matter how popping you think it is, at the end of it all, you're learning the hard way. Now, like I ask you a question. Let's say there's a pot of gold, right? And you could go straight across the bridge, or you could take the long route around the mountain. Why would you take the long route? Let's say the cool guy goes, just to be different. I'm gonna take the long route. Y'all guys find them cool, so you're gonna go the long route, even though there's a straight path, which is cool. If you this is a metaphor, like a comparison. You know, the bridge straight to the pot of gold is school. That going around the mountain and the bend to get the pot of gold because you're following the guy who's cool and was on some I'm different and went the long way for no reason. That's your boy in the streets. And at the same time, you got to give him some sort of pass, some sort of empathy, because conservatives, especially extreme conservatives, you guys have no idea. Talk about the being sheltered, not knowing what it is to, have to thump with another kid because, he's don't even know why he's angry, but stuff is messed up in his crib, and he's looking for somebody to take it out on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of stories, bro. Like I said, I don't like to label myself, But the Republicans are so uptight, like I said, never, and if democracy and being a Democrat means, I'm not as uptight, I'll take it, but I don't do labels. I'm just a human being. I do agree with like the left's viewpoint, but I don't like extreme anything. Far left, far right, no good. We gotta be sensible, But anyway, let's talk about what I just read to you about 50. I'll refresh your memory a little bit. I'm not gonna read the whole thing again. Slowly though. My son Marquise is 27 and still asking for child support. Like all this stuff, like y'all heard it all. What y'all think about like the whole situation? Definitely leave comments if you could. But I'm gonna tell you my take on this. Um, I think they both have a point, even though Marquise ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? He got a family point. He got the same blood running through his veins as 50 point. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, it's different if it's a cousin that you never messed with ever, And let me tell you something. I hit a certain amount of M's. I'm gonna go find my family, even if I didn't have tight relationships with them. I got an aunt in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Titi Judy? You know what I mean? And I got family. I got other family in PR because I got a Tío Pepito. I got family in Aguadilla, and I forget the other town that the other side of my family's from. But my Tío Pepito I got second cousins running around Puerto Rico on that side, and then I got an aunt, like my father's sister is over there. You know what I'm saying? But if I made it big, I'm taking care of everybody. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I respect what 50 said. But you got to remember this. Look, let's go further. Let's jump ahead to the part where he says, I offered to set up a business for him to earn $1 million a month, but he refused. Now that's the game changer. Like I just told y'all guys that I would definitely look out for my child, no matter what the relationship is. And even though they got static, he said that he tried to set it up where he could earn $1 million a month, but he refused. And he's inferring that it's because it required work. And he'd rather just take $10,800 monthly than $1 million monthly, but he would have to go, bust his butt and sweat. That's according to his pops, And like I said, 50 Cent comes off as one of the rappers that, like they don't got no pictures of 50 doing no zesty stuff as far as I know. And it's not even about zesty, it's more about deviant. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about your sexual preference, bro. I'm gonna do a video too about homophobia and stuff like that also. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna get into that right now. So but man, homie, for $1 million a month, man, I used to run around the streets like a madman for my worst hustle days. I was on the block. You know what I'm saying? And I would make maybe $150, $200 a day. You know what I'm saying? And I would be out there from 12 in the night, 12 in the morning to 11 in the morning to 11 at night. 12 hours to make $150, $200. And I was saving up money to get out of my man's crib. Remember, I told you I was homeless. My man took me in for 3 years. Yo, big salute to A Boogie. It's my guy. He knows what it is with me. He knows I love him. I love him for real. He knows I would take somebody's head off for him. He got into static one time at a Spanish restaurant on Knickerbocker and Saddam. And There wasn't nothing to talk about. He walked in the house. He said, "Yo, they try to play me over there. This is in Bushwick. Knickerbocker and Saddam is lit." You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't with the dudes from the block. You know what I'm saying? They off the hook. You know, it would have been static. But it was he told me it was some Dominican cats, and like he could tell like they were like hanging in the restaurant, but they might not have been from the neighborhood. But when he came back and he said when you feel indebted to somebody like that, like, yo, there's a couple of times, man. There's one time where I actually got it popping for a dude that I got stupid love for, because when my pops was sick, he was holding me down. You know, there's my man A Boogie, where my pops finally passed, and I was in the streets for 3 months. I was climbing into empty apartments. Like I said, my producer, Grade A Rivera, used to let me stay in his condo in LES because like he had privilege to the condo at that time, and he would let me stay once in a while. And big shout out to Jay Doobie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you his MC name because I don't know if he wants people to know his government. So we'll just leave it at that. But he let me stay too. And even my man Rob, we had a falling out or whatever. He let me stay in his house too. And these are days I would have been on the park bench. There's days I stood up all night on the corner sitting on the crate, 5 in the morning on ecstasy, bugging out, tripping on acid at times, and you know what I'm saying? But those were the days that I was, I got it together, bro. I got it together. You know what it is too? I don't want anybody to think that I'm glorifying it. I'm not, this is me just talking about a point when I was homeless and what led to the homelessness. You know what I mean? So big shout out to A Boogie. Oh, my man Manny C, my man Manny Cruz. You know what I'm saying? He used to hold me down too. He used to let me sleep in his basement. So Manny, A Boogie, my man Doobie, Grade A Rivera. Thank you guys. Really. You know what I'm saying? And all right, so but what the point is that like I had to figure out what was going on. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and I'm gonna tell it to you on some wholesome stuff, so that even the it won't be like where like it's too adult and nothing like that. I used to a long time ago. This is about 30 years ago, longer, 34 years ago. This was. I used to chief, a little bit of. I used to chief bud, So at one point we were so broke that there was a place on. There was a couple of times this happened, but let's just say at one point it was on Cornelia and Knickerbocker. It was on Cornelia between Knickerbocker and Wilson, and they were hitting you with It was like a free jump off in the jump off. You know what I'm saying? So I will break that down, hit my block, and flip it. And I literally, this is literal. This is literal. I might have borrowed the $10. I might have had just $10. I went and bought the 10, turned it into 20, took the 20, turned it into 40, took the 40, turned it into 80, took the 80, turned it into 160, took the 160, turned it into 320. And that's real deal Holyfield, to the point where I finally had a comfortable pocket, you know. So like, yeah, I'm a hustler, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether it comes to if I gotta do your windows, as long as you paying right, we rocking. You know what I'm saying? So like the whole if my pops offered me, my pops was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a little bit similar, because people would consider 50 a G, and when I say a G, it speaks to heart. Also, it don't only talk about, well, with me mostly it talks about my heart. Because I retired a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even try to I try to use my words. I don't want to get physical with nobody or use weapons on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Not even in self-defense. So but anyway, um, if my pops would have told me he had $1 million business, even back then, because $1 million now, um, like 300,000 now, what is it, like 55 cents? So it's more. It's more in the future. All right, so 100,000 back in the days, what would have been like 200,000? Man, in the 80s, if my pops would have told me, or in the late 80s, or the early 90s, my pops would have came to me and said, "Yo, I could set up something for you where you can make $1 million a month legally, but you got to get up at a certain time." It would have happened. There ain't no doubt in my mind. But we don't have that luxury of a child who's born and their father is a famous guy who's holding a decent amount of cash. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to act like this is like I don't know neither of them. So Marquise could come out of nowhere and say, "Yo, that's not how it is. There's two sides to every story." But that's not me calling 50 Cent a liar, but I ain't gonna call Marquise a liar. And I'm sure he has a different story to tell than the one that I read you right here. But there's only one truth, you know. So, but he says again, 50 says he thinks being 50 Cent's son means he doesn't have to work. I offered to set him up a business for him to earn 1 million a month, but he refused. He has an entitled mentality, thinking money is his, my money is his. But remember too, like certain people will be like, because I remember that dude Trav was talking about 50 didn't want to let him be friends with Marquise, and there was other stuff too, so like there's more to it than just this, but still at the end of it all, if he was willing to set you up like that, and all you had to do was get up early, people take orders, bro. I seen my lady before I was able to like figure a way to like make it where she could find an easier job. She was killing herself at doing retail. You know what I'm saying? So I seen people work. I was getting paid good, even though it was dangerous. And I was headed to a block when I was like 18 years old, and I would stay there till 11, which is 12 hours. I was free. I was my own boss. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I was homeless at the time. This is 30 years ago, and right now I walk the straight and narrow, and I preach the same thing to the children and to the youngins, and even when yeah, like my man Styles P, I can't get over that video. I talked about that like a couple of times. Like when he says, I forgot who he got into a little static with, and he was like, "Yo, listen, I ain't even trying to do beef right now. I got my juice in stores. I'm trying to help the kids eat right. No bioengineered bull crap. No GMO. No none of that nasty stuff." And he was like, "If you ain't trying to help me make these kids flourish, I don't want to have nothing to do with it." And that's why too. Like somebody asked me my top rappers of all time the other day, so I went Jay-Z fifth, no Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas. Well, Nas was number one. It was Nas first, Jay-Z second. It was Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas. I remember I tied Jadakiss and somebody else. Oh, Big L. I put Big L and Jadakiss as a tie for the fifth spot. And I forget who I put in the fourth spot. But he's definitely an elite MC. You know what I'm saying? So, but what's crazy? I wouldn't have left out guys like Ransom and Loaded Lux and Myson and Conway. If it hasn't been so saturated with trash for so long. Because it's like I almost forgot that there's a new breed of ill poetic, like I would, it's disrespectful to call them boom bappers and stuff like that. It's crazy. It don't bother me like that, but like you're talking about the essence of hip hop. I don't really like being boxed into a category called boom bap. We are hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you guys are hip hop too. You know, you just are the guys that represent it in the present, you know, and we should have more love for each other. The OGs shouldn't disrespect the YGs, and the YGs shouldn't disrespect the OGs, you know. And that's just old school gangster and young gangster, whatever you want to call it. What's the other one? Original gangster, you know. But yeah, man, like definitely we should all help each other prosper. If there's a young dude out there that knows that I'm nice like that, and they see my stuff and they do any sort of different genre drill, um 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 what else be popping, whatever, like if they do some sort of like mumble type song or whatever, you know, like some designer young thug type stuff, and I like the melody of the music and the drums, you know, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna like the way homie sounds. Cause that's something too. People think people's flows are whack. If you hear some people to a fly beat, all of a sudden you'd be like, dang, I thought I thought he wasn't good, but when I heard him to that fly beat, he sounded crazy. Yo, and you know what? With the best MCs, big shout out to Cannabis, J Electronica. Y'all people act like y'all wasn't like sweating them hard at one point. Like Cannabis, oh my God, come on, guys. Um, Prepare for the worst. This next verse is the face of death. Me without lyrics is like a porn flick without sex. Illmatic. My lyrical skills are Jurassic with more flavor than Skittles when it's digitally mastered. I go off like a cannon and blow up the planet like with no fear, like them clothes white boys be wearing. I'm tougher than denim, lethal like venom and snake bites. The marijuana makes my eyes bright red like brake lights. They ain't a party I couldn't rock, believe that. They ain't a microphone brave enough to give me feedback. I'm strong, my word is bomb like James. Brothers be trying to test, but they weak like 7 days. MCs run away when I kick it. They act so chicken. They should come with a large drink and a biscuit. My style's radioactive, massive, atomic. I plan to push the earth in front of Haley's Comet. Breaking the facts of life down like Tootie. I'm raw like sushi with more vocab than 3 effing Fugees. So recognize or get hospitalized. Because lyrically, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 25. Come on, bro. Don't disrespect that, man. You know, and you know, we're gonna do it too for who was the other one I named? Cannabis or J Electronica. That's why the people got my back like the Verizon man. Oh, Ghost of Christopher Wallace. From Baton Rouge to Jerusalem, whack crews we losing them. Crooked mouth, flat footed cops, man. We son, let me see your ID. Brother, F your ID. You be getting head from crackheads in the lobby, Mr. Officer. You know, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my son, Loaded Lux, Ransom, Conway. You know, like sometimes you want to say, yo, you know, you the best, but like you know, like you that's like saying like one clear cut thing that I'll talk about is basketball. If you ask me in my heart of hearts who's the best ever, I would say Jordan. And that's hard because if you ask me with rap, you know, it's like a 10-way tie, you know what I'm saying? Or a 5-way tie. You know, not even though, because I do put Nas, and it's crazy because he did it in 2 albums. just because of Illmatic and it was written, I give him the top spot ever. Oh, and big shout out to Prodigy. He was writing crazy bangers at the beginning. And then like he started writing different, you know what I mean? But at the time of the True Lies remix, in this utopia, close guarding the game, take a bite of this food is knowledge of the good and evil man. It be the mob epic. It stole the tablets of destiny so that we may rise to supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kills that. Kicking rhymes that true lies. Let me break them down to size, minimize the airtime. After this, you never will go back to that which take back. I write half-ass shit. At last, the official, taking out the artificial. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta give Prodigy his prop. May he rest in peace. Then another thing they say they said he choked on a hard-boiled egg. That's sus, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely suspect, man. You know. So, but about the 50 Cent thing, you know what I'm saying? I heard him say that he also seen 50 and another thing say that Marquise, he feels like Marquise has some sort of resentment for him. He said like Lloyd Banks. He said Lloyd Banks is like that too. You know, like I said, this world revolves around money, but not to me, to people who let it be their all. For me, money don't rule my world. You know, I'm smart enough to take in what Bob Marley said. I definitely want to pay my rent, my bills. I would like to be able to go out whenever I want. You know, I would like to help the poor more than anything. And I don't understand how that's not on top of people's lists when they're, listen, man, there was a stretch where I made decent money and I already feel like I could go shopping. I'd be like, I don't even know what to buy. I got enough clothes. You know what I'm saying? I got enough um um big screen TVs. I have a laptop. I'm more focused right now on creating. Before I leave this planet, I want to leave my mark. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave my dent so that they talk about me and that they knew that I talked about people like Gandhi, like Mother Teresa, like like um 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 like Martin Luther King, like John Lennon, like Malcolm X. You know, got Mother Teresa. I might have said her already. Rosa Parks. You know, these are people that I idolize. I don't understand how we don't even hear about them out of even not just the young generation, the street dudes. You know, listen, man, I get it though, because you know, I seen the Willie dudes around my way, and I did look up to them, and I don't think this is hard to phrase. I can understand people shouting out big time Willie dudes like Rick Ross. You get me? You know, they the MC Rick Ross names himself after the big time, and everybody still buys his album. They don't got no problem with it. So I don't understand why, like, while we glamorize people that helped everybody, you know, when those people glamorize people that hustled, I don't really got I don't got no beef with people that hustled when they were dirt poor. There's people that were born into the poverty, born into gang life. The fascination is gonna be there. For you to judge them and not give them a chance is wrong. Unless the person is just vicious evil. I don't care if you from the streets. I don't care if you from Beverly Hills. Evil is evil. And if you really cross that line, if you evil like that, then I'm gonna try my hardest to let you know. You know, I'm gonna make you feel very comfortable. Put it like that. You know, like I said too, we don't want to bug out on YouTube. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? The whole point was to debate whether 50 is right. You know, or you think that? Do you guys think that he should give him? I wouldn't even say an allowance. Yeah, I mean, it's something like that, 10,000 to $11,000 a month. Just because you're his son. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like I wouldn't even want my. Well, like I said, he's not the guy that got to ride the trains. 50 just said he set him up with $1 million business, and look, I'll go back to the reading. I offered to set up a business for him to earn $1 million a month, but he refused. He has an entitlement mentality, thinking my money is his. I give him my son Marquise is 27 and still asking for child support. I give him $10,800 monthly. What's crazy is he's saying he still gives it to him at 27. He still ain't cut him off. I don't think he should. Listen, man, you guys probably look at me and be like, what do you know? I know a lot. I got a severely autistic son. I got a 72-year-old mother that's right in that room. And mommy don't take care of me. I take care of mommy. You best to believe that. So like for people that's me revealing that so you know that I know what this is about. And to be honest with you, my one issue with my mom is living with me for so long, like while I'm married, is just the privacy thing. But I love my mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. After my pops passed, she was broke down. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't function. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what it was. We have our arguments. I say things that I wish I would have never said. I apologize instantly sometimes. Sometimes, I mean, we all do this with people we love. Silent treatment. And some people are better than others at that. You gotta understand, just because you're better at a certain thing than another person, that don't mean that he don't trump you in something else that's just as important. People gotta take themselves off the pedestals just because they got something down pat that other people have a hard time, you know, getting figured out. Because I guarantee you there's something that you can't figure out that man can. Just like you could drop a gem on him, he could drop a gem on you. Unless he's just an absolute clown, an absolute bozo. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, listen, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. What I was gonna say, listen, I did the space documentary, right? So the space documentary is good. I cover everything you would really want to know about what's going on, right? So, but then check this out. I found out that China allegedly, not even really allegedly, because I don't really report on anything that's alleged. This is factual in a sense. They it's been reported on by high level reporters. People on YouTube were talking about it and they're getting monetized and stuff. So they, if YouTube ain't gonna let you put out lies about a artificial sun, and then also the type of people that spoke on it, they ain't gonna go there neither unless it's been validated. Plus, also, I went to the sources to find out if it's truly validated. So in the documentary, it speaks about, I saved it for the last chapter on purpose. So you guys got to watch all 9 chapters before you get to chapter 10 and find out about the artificial sun. I didn't even mean to do it like that, but that's, it came out. I think it was smart like that. This is all me. It's all original. Everything. I'm talking about even the music. Glory Road, the only thing that was not done by me was the beat. Big shout out to the industry for the beat. I don't know who has claim to that beat, but apparently YouTube is in cahoots with them. because I got okayed for the beat. So what I was saying, said I was gonna get out of here. But anyway, like I lost my train of thought. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But yo, man, just like I said, be good to everybody, be kind. Um, they both have a point in a sense. I don't care if you are, oh, that's what I was talking about. I don't care if my mother was 80, 72, 50, 40, 30. If I got that guap and my mom's can't figure out a way to make it, or she just wants to lay up, if I could carve that path so she could live a relaxed life, let me tell you something. I don't think Marquise just wants to lie down on the bed his whole life. I don't think he's lazy like that. I think he's more. Listen, when you get older, once you start to fall in love with things like hobbies and you get interested in things, people want to work at stuff they love so it don't feel like work. I would have done anything to play basketball for a living. I would have done anything to do music for a living. I thank God almost that they didn't sign me in the we were good by 1994. And I mean good where we could have been signed. Me and my brother. And a couple of other heads. My man at the time he called himself Wonder Breath. But he was good enough too at that time. Even my man A Boogs that showed to me, he was spitting good stuff. TJ, I got a homie named TJ. I think he's in VA right now. But he was nice enough too. I got a homie named Sam. You know what I'm saying? He was nice enough too. There's dudes around me that are good like that I could like try to put together some sort of collective like Wu-Tang Clan. But it's hard when you get older and you get responsibilities to get 7 people in the studio. I don't even know how RZA was doing that. People was just more thirsty to go do rap at that time. It's less incentive to go in the studio now because it's such a saturated market. You're really playing with a lotto card. Back then, and when Wu-Tang first came out, you know, guys that were half decent rhymers were getting signed. They weren't one of them. I can't believe that the whole clique could rhyme. Probably Yuga, Master Killer, and Capadonna were the ones that were a little different from the rest of them. I like the other ones better, but Capadonna, Master Killer, and Yuga, they all could rhyme. There was verses that they dropped that I used to I memorized them. The what's the name of the one? Yes, the shit is raw coming at your door. Wu-Tang's and back for more. Yes, that was I told you before. Prepare for night fights and plus the Cold War. Be on the lookout when there is a console. That's you got, I think, who starts it. And then at the end, Capadonna comes on with that see my face on the $20 bill, cash it in and get $5 back. Brand new with cappuccino on the track. And you could get hip hop known for the perfection. I battle any MC that steps in my direction. I'm Staten Island's best son. F what you heard. Brother still talking that is absurd. My repertoire is still you know what it is. And I like Method Man and ODB and Ghostface better. But apparently I still like Capadonna because I wouldn't know the rhyme from back to front, and I haven't heard it in a few years. We'll leave it at that, bro, man. I think 50 cares about his son. I don't know how Marquise feels about his pops, but hopefully he has some love there too and they can work it out. In my time, I've learned not to try to pin 2 people that ain't getting along together. You know, you can maybe say something if you got confianza with the person like that, but most of the time you just gotta let them deal with things themselves. And like I said, if you got confidence like that, then you tell your brother, yo, sometimes you gotta make the first gesture, or if you feel like he's that serious, hopefully, like he was the wrong one, hopefully he'll step to you. You know, God bless everybody out there. I don't think nobody's right in the 50 situation. I do understand 50 with the whole $1 million business, and he's like, nah, I'd rather take the 10,000 and not have to do nothing. But maybe the $1 million business you had set up for him is something he's not passionate about. Just trying to look at it from both point of views, you know. Anyway, I hope they work it out. Much love to anybody that sees this, all my fans. Listen, that's what I was talking about. I got Glory Road out there, an all original. I edited it, a professional edit. That's a good edit. That's an edit I could charge for those edits. So if you guys need editing, I'm a professional editor. I'm gonna be learning more things, but right now I think I've crossed that threshold where I'd be. You know how a barber gets to the point where he feels he could charge? Well, I'm at that point with the editing. Y'all know what the verse is, so I got the editing and the rhyming, but y'all ain't even really see that the beat production I could produce. But actually, you could go to Crunch Time, go to Glory Road. I mean, go to no, go to Crunch Time, go to Block Life till the end, and you'll hear my beats. Crunch Time is a sample, and and Block Life to the End is a composition. I play out every instrument, and it's fire. And I spit like an 80 bar rhyme to it. So check out the stuff, man. Go through the streams. Some are better than others. I'm actually taking live streams and trimming them so that they're shorter. Because I have good points, but sometimes there's little stretches where it ain't that important. So I'm gonna start trimming it. So like a 60-minute live is like a 25-minute good video, and I take away 35 minutes of stuff that I don't think is important. And now you got yourself 25 minutes of compact good stuff. Like I said, it's your boy Spank. Y'all guys got me ready to talk forever. Usually I'm like, all right, I finished. I'm dying to get off because I was getting familiar with it. But now I'm so familiar with it, it's like, Spank, get off already before I hit you in there with the frying pan. But anyway, like I said, much love to you guys. Good night. I hope 50 and his son work things out. That's real. Much love.